Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is the latest ruling that came from the Court of Appeal that I know we did not make any substantive critique on this punchline, and that ruling favored the William Ruto side. In fact, let me say it favored the executive, because if you look at the executive, they were waiting upon to see how the court is going to help them to start overtaxing Kenyans on the new finance bill of the year 2023-2024. But again, we know where all this one started from. Okiya, Omtata, in a group of other individuals, took the matter to the High Court, and the High Court made a ruling stopping the operationalization of the 2023 finance bill until the matter is heard and determined. That was the ruling. And that is what has what took place. But then the CS for Treasury, for National Treasury and Planning, together with the AG, JB Muturi, took this matter to the Court of Appeal. So they wanted to appeal it so that the court can allow taxation to continue as the other cases being battled in the court. And now, the judge in the Court of Appeal has overturned the decision from the High Court to now allow impunity to thrive. Just imagine, we have a case in court that is dealing with the finance bill. This case is yet to be heard and determined, but the Court of Appeal has allowed the matter that is under the question to start working as the case continues. Just look at that. Then tell me, how will the ruling go if this is not a direction that they are already giving to the judges, 3-judge bench that are going to listen to this case and make a determination? Imagine you want to make a ruling on a matter that has been allowed already to start working. So you are ruling on something that is already working. Look at that. Then tell me. That is where we have reached. But again, above all, Okiya Omtata is now appealing this matter to the Supreme Court now. Because now, you know, we have the High Court. Then from High Court you go to Court of Appeal, and from Court of Appeal you go to the Supreme Court. So the only remaining option is taking this matter to the Supreme Court. And the issue that Okiya Omtata is taking to the Supreme Court is the decision by the Court of Appeal to allow operationalization of the 2023 finance bill, because it is a matter that is still in court and the case is yet to be heard and determined. And this is what he shared. I want us to go through it. But just before we go through it, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Let us go through what Okiya Omtata is saying here. We have issued a notice of appeal against Friday's Court of Appeal ruling that lifted conservatory orders barring implementation of the Finance Act 2023. The notice will be filed at the Supreme Court. And you can see as attached there, Republic of Kenya in the Court of Appeal of Kenya at Nairobi, Wasam and Omondi, JJA, Civil Application Number E303 of 2023, consolidated with the Civil Application Number E310 of 2023, between the Cabinet Secretary of the National Treasury and Planning, the Honorable Attorney General, that is first applicant and the second applicant, respectively, versus Okiya Omtata, Okoit, first respondent, Eliud Karanja Matindi, second respondent, Michael Konjo Otieno, third respondent. Benson Oduon Otien, fourth respondent. Blair Angina Oigore, fifth respondent. Victor Okuna, sixth respondent. Florence Kanyau Lichoro, seven respondents. The National Assembly, eighth respondents. The Speaker of the National Assembly, 9 respondents. Wetangula ako hapo. Commissioner General, Kenya Revenue Authority, 10th respondents. The Senate, 11th respondents. Consumer Federation of Kenya, 12th respondents. Kenya Export Floriculture, Horticulture and Allied Workers Union, 13th respondents. Being an application for stay of conservatory orders pending the appeal against the order of Tanda J in the High Court at Nairobi in Nairobi High Court Petition E-181 of 2023. High Court Petition number E-181 2023, Notice of Appeal, Rule 36 of Supreme Court Rules. Take notice that Okiya Omtata, Okoit, Eliud, Karanja, Matindi, Benson Oduor, Otieno and Blair Ngima Oigoro, respectively, the first, second, fourth, and fifth respondents being dissatisfied with the entire ruling of the Court of Appeal given at the Nairobi on 28th day of July 2023, intended to appeal to the Supreme Court against the whole decision. That means mapambano bado yanaendelea. In short, what Okiya Omtata is saying is that we lost the battle in the Court of Appeal, but not the war. A luta continua. Look at that. With all this, we saw Okiya Omtata making an allegation that someone tried to reach out to him with 200 million shillings so that he can drop this case, but he refused. He was specifically a senior official in government from where? Bungoma County. Tunauliza hii pesa ilienda wapi? Before we look into this matter and how these judges are ruling, hiyo pesa ilienda wapi? Seemingly, this money might have been taken to the judges. Wale wenye wamefanya hii uamuzi ndio wanajua penye hii pesa iko. Because if there was such kind of a plan, then it means someone had a plan to make sure he's bribing his way so that the executive will have their way. Because the question is, what is it that the High Court Judge Tanda saw as an issue that need to be solved before operationalizing this finance bill, that this Court of Appeal is not seeing? What is that? And we know the Supreme Court, most of their work is to rubber stamp what the Court of Appeal has done. Possibility of rubber stamping this issue is there. But Okiya Omtata is still determined to take this matter to the last option ever. And I think with this, it is just a way of now putting the blame at the doorstep of Chief Justice Martha Koome. We know there will be a judge there, or maybe several. But now taking to Supreme Court, Okiya Omtata is taking this war right at the doorstep of Martha Koome. So now it will be Martha Koome making the decision to hand over Kenyans to the slaughterhouse. Impunity want to thrive now. And we know very well that if this one is going to be allowed the way the Court of Appeal has allowed, then there is no way the 3-judge bench are going to rule different as far as that issue of finance bill is concerned. So what we are seeing here is executive that has engaged in the issue of compromising the judiciary through bribes and intimidation. That is a possibility. If you tried on Okiya Omtata, it means Okiya Omtata had a solid case. They could see it. That's why they are reaching out to him. But he said, no, I rather stand with the people, but not betray my own people. Naona watu wakiuliza Okiya Omtata ati watu wa Bungoma watawafanyia, watu wa Busia watawafanyia kazi saa ngapi? Wale watu wanauliza hii mambo si watu wa Busia, ni wanasiasa wale wa ODA, wa UDA. Because senator kazi yake ni rahisi, kuoversight kazi ya governor na kuangalia mambo ya nchi yote. That this is part of his work. Bungoma people are a part of the beneficiaries in case this case is going to be dealt with in favor of the people. Siorenga alikuwa anafanya hii mambo na alikuwa represent Siaya. Hiyo mambo ya kuambia Okiya Omtata sijui mambo ya Busia umeacha wapi ni stories za jamba tu. But we are seeing impunity thriving here. And all the blame as it goes to the executive, it will also be going to CJ Mother Koome. The judiciary seemingly is behaving like a rubber stamp of executive, where everyone is seeing a problem. 70% said no. 70% of Kenyans said no. The High Court is also saying no. But Court of Appeal is speaking a different language of minority. Now we are waiting to see Mother Koome and her team, how they are going to speak. But what we are seeing here is a compromised judiciary. Today and tomorrow, and when this matter will be determined, if it is going to be in favor of executive, then Kenyans are going to totally lose their trust and the confidence in judiciary. That one is the truth. So Mother Koome should prepare for this, that she will be overseeing an institution where Kenyans have no trust and confidence in it. That's the truth of the matter.